Welcome to Zoe's Treasures, where the vibe is vintage. Buckle up.
Hello, hello. Hey everybody, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy. I'm here with my husband Noel. We are the husband and wife team. Today we are trying something totally new and different and fun for us. We're going to do a reverse auction. So we are going to steal a page out of Green 13, Jeremy's book, and do a reverse auction with his okay, of course. We're not just doing copycat and stuff. We did talk to him where he actually gave us some pointers on maybe how to run this. So I don't know if any of you have been in his shows and witnessed his. In the show notes, I kind of explain how this works, but I will give you a brief overview. Today's show is going to be a little bit smaller since this is our first one in this format. We are kind of keeping it contained so we can see how it goes. But I have 20 items behind me. You can see some of them, get a little sneak peek there. I am going to pull an item out. I will run it. We'll do an auction, 5 seconds. So it's just going to be a 5-second auction at a certain price. That price will progressively get lower. When the 5 seconds runs out, I will run it again for a couple of times. Each item is a little bit different on how many times I'm going to run it. When it gets to a price point that you want, you can swipe just like normal and bid on it. Anybody else can jump in and swipe and bid if they want it. Once I get to the floor, I'm not going to run it that many times. Each item, once I get to my floor, that item is gone. It will not return in this show. May show up in future shows, may not. But we're running through the items one time and that's it. I don't expect the show to last super, super long. Hello, Southern Charm. So we're just going to go through. We're going to see how this goes. If it's somewhat successful, if I feel comfortable with it, we're going to continue to do this every single month. And eventually all of the items will be our higher priced, kind of the bougie items. Today I do have price points kind of across the board to try to appeal to a broad audience. So without further ado, let's introduce our first item. I will take some time to explain the item so you can see it and not be rushed in that 5 seconds. But our first item today is this gorgeous milk glass. Check this beauty out. It has that diamond point on there. Absolutely stunning piece of milk glass here. It is Westmoreland. It is in mint condition, besides a little free vintage glitter going on there. And so let's get this started. Again, 5 seconds. If it gets to a price point you're comfortable with, you can go ahead and bid on it. And anybody else is welcome to bid right over you. And that is up and running. And while I get used to this, I probably won't be talking a whole lot while I'm trying to run, just to keep it moving for you. All right, there we go. So it is a beautiful bowl, and this one is going away. This one will not return now. So that is how we do it. That's an example of how that works. We're just going to do progressively. Sometimes it'll be 3, 4, maybe more price points. But you got to get in there when you see a price point that meets what you like. All right, so let's do this guy here. This is one of our higher end items today. This is a Villeroy and Boch antique vase. So it's well over 100 years old in mint condition. It is stunning piece of pottery. I got my little tag on here. It's bugging the heck out of me. Hold on, let me pull this off. I don't know why I chose to do inventory that way. All right, beautiful piece of pottery here. You've got all of the applied flowers and leaves on there. Your handles, double-handled vase, looks like branches going on. You've got that porcelain on the inside. This is absolutely a beautiful, stunning piece. It is about 5.5 inches tall. And we're going to go ahead and run this one. Let's see here, maybe, if I can get it right. And that's going down. Thank you so much for coming and checking out this reverse auction. Hopefully this is something that'll catch on. I think it's a great Just kind of a really unique way to do auctions and a lot of fun. And I like the fact that the prices go down instead of up. So let's see what we get. I did fail to mention at the beginning, if you are new to Zoe's Treasures, we do free shipping. Anything that we auction off or anything in our bin during a show is always free shipping. All right, let's go to our next one. This may appeal to some of my primitive friends out there. Check out this piece of ironstone. It is an ironstone chamber pot. Thank you so much, Tasha. I appreciate it. Look at this beauty. This is Johnson Brothers ironstone chamber pot in as mint condition as you're going to get for something this old. There is that Johnson Brothers mark down there. And we're going to go ahead and give that one a go. Oh, I thought I hit go. Now I hit go. There we go. Now it's up and running. Yeah, we're going to run it again if I can get Whatnot to catch up here and actually work. Why is my filter not filtering? All right, you guys. First glitch of the day. Filter's not wanting to filter. Let's see here. Well, that's going to slow me down. All right, we're gonna do this way then. Oh, we'll just go to this one. All right. There we go. Now we're getting it. Look at that chamber pot. And thank you so much for your bids. I appreciate that. Southern Charm, that is heading to you. Thank you so much. And our first sale of the day is done. Thank you, thank you. Whatnot's fired. That's right. It was probably user error, but I'm just not going to admit to it being user error. All right, where are we next? Okay. I love discounts. You or I in this one. This is an antique I'm about to say a bad word. Pickle caster. It wasn't the word you're thinking. It almost said pistol, not pickle. This thing is gorgeous. So we have to start with, it comes with a few pieces here. We have your EPAG, I hope I got those letters right, glass. So you've got your antique glass here. That's the base. It's mint condition. You have a silver plated. Oh, we can absolutely turn the music down. Did not realize it was so high. Honey, can you take care of that, please? Thank you for letting us know. I appreciate that. Oh, they make good fairy lamps. I did not know that. What a great use for those. Thank you, Eye for Beauty. We have your lid. I'm sure it is silver plate and not real silver. And then you have your tongs. But look at the beauty on this. These are like floral designs on either side. These are the prettiest tongs I have ever seen. And of course, you have your base with this gorgeous floral going around. This is Barbour Brothers, B-A-R-B-O-U-R. I think I'm spelling it correctly. So Barbour Brothers, antique pickle caster. What a gorgeous piece this would make on your table. We're going to go ahead and run that. And that is going now. Maybe if I hit start. Is the cloud frame picture a 12 by 12 frame? I think it is. I think, look in the description and let me know if I did not put it in the description. I'm always happy as I get through these items, I can go and measure that for you. But I'm pretty sure it's 12 by 12 off the top of my head. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Oh, I love discounts. Thank you so much. That is heading to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, what's next? Look at this bowl. This is just simple elegance right here. Look at this. This is a Tiffany & Company glass candy dish or trinket dish. But if you have a bougie person in your life, or maybe you're that bougie person, in my house, it is my middle daughter. We have the original Tiffany & Company sticker on there. We'll put it on the other camera. And then down here, I know you're not going to be able to see it, is the Tiffany & Company is engraved on the bottom. That will come off. That's my inventory. So it is a Tiffany & Company glass bowl. Absolutely just beautiful, simple elegance. Does not get any better than that. And that is up and going. All right, we're having a little bit of difficulty on some of my numbers here not showing up the right way, but that's okay. We'll just skip to the next number. There we go. And there it is. I do not have any more chamber pots. When I get them, I put them in my primitive shows when I have my primitive shows. I do that once every 5 weeks, and I probably have a couple scheduled out already. Thank you for looking at the Tiffany bowl. I may have to save that as a Christmas present for my daughter because that's her type of thing there. All right, let's do something a little bit different here. So this is a new in box. This is an Andrea by Sadek. I've heard that pronounced different ways, so I'm just going to say it like that. We have a beautiful cake plate, new old stock here. Perfect for the summertime, perfect for your holidays. And you have the cake server, and it comes in the box. So you get that porcelain or I think it's ceramic cake server and plate. New old stock here. We're going to turn it this way so you can actually see it better on the camera. And we're going to go ahead and give that a go. If you are just joining, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. We are trying something new. We're doing a reverse auction today. And we also do always free shipping here. So anything you buy in the auction or out of the bin will be free shipping if it's purchased during a show. Thank you for looking at that one. We have an amber bowl here. Let's take a look at this one. It's actually not a bowl, it's like a tray. This is a gorgeous piece of glass. Look at the beauty on this. I love amber, and this was a hard one for me not to keep. Look at how that big scalloped edge just folds up so beautifully. If I can call a piece of glass fluid, that's how I would describe this. It is a stunning piece of glass in mint condition. We have from one side to the other a 10-inch diameter on this piece. And let me give you a height on that in case you're curious. Just under 5 inches tall. And we're going to pull this back here so it's in the camera view a little bit. And that is up and going. Maybe not. And now it's up and going. There we go. And thank you so much for your bids on that. And I didn't catch your name. Dia Prade? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but thank you very much. This is heading to you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to our next item here. We have the Royal Hager, the pottery of all pottery here. This is called an earth wrap design. I do have to say there is a little flea bite right there on the tip. You can barely see it, but it is right there, a little flea bite. But a gorgeous, gorgeous Hager. I love how the earth wrap has some glazed and some unglazed spots. It really gives you that impression of the earth. And we have our Royal Hager marks. I don't know if we can get it to show here. It does say Royal Hager there on the bottom. An absolute stunning piece of pottery, 10.5 inches tall, probably a good 10 inches wide. And that's going to go right now. And don't forget about the free shipping. Trying to get this in camera view. Thank you so much for you guys for being here. We're having just trying out our reverse auction. So far I like it. So far we'll keep doing it. I am a little clunky today. So this is the first time we're doing this. So you got to give me a little bit of grace on the clicking around here. I kind of feel like it's my first show. It's not, by the way. It just feels that way. All right. Anybody like uranium glass? Do we have any uranium glass lovers out there? This is so hard for me to get. This was a huge fluke that I was able to get this. I found it in an auction, and I think for somehow it must have been mislabeled or something why I was able to pick it up. Let me just show you that glow, just so you know. You can see it lighten up there. I don't even have to turn off any of my lights, and you can see that green in there, so you know it is uranium glass. There is 6 of these, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all in mint condition. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate that. 6 of them, and they are 6 1/4 inch in diameter, mint condition, uranium glass. And let's get going. And they are up and running. Six uranium glass saucers. Thank you so much, Southern Charm. And Southern Charm, those are going to you. That is a great grab. Congratulations on those.
On its way to you.
I have an idea where those may come in handy for you. All right, what do we have next? Let's see. Let's do this guy. So this, I had to write this down. I researched this one. This is a Cambridge Draped Lady Flower Frog. I'll put my little sticker here. So it is a gorgeous piece of glass. You have the draped lady here. You have her backside showing there. And even you can see all the little toes on there. I mean, I just think that's so wonderful for a piece of glass, the amount of detail that's on there. And then the base is actually the flower frog. So you have holes all the way around the base to put those flowers in there. It is somewhat of a hollow inside. For about 1 inch or 2 inside there is hollow. Think if you put some type of twinkle light, some floral, oh my gosh, that would be gorgeous. Mint condition, and it is Cambridge. It's called the Cambridge Draped Lady, 9 inches tall. It does not glow. We're going to turn it like this, and we're going to go ahead and run her. And I don't know why my husband keeps putting me up there. Like, I have no idea. That's my nice way of asking my husband not to keep putting me up there. In case anybody didn't catch on to that one. Oh, thank you. I love discounts. I appreciate that. All right, thanks for checking her out. Let me put my tag with her again over here. Let's do, all right, so I have these. This is a good reseller bundle. I do not have the patience to photograph all of these. These are Pimpernel coasters. They are all new old stock. I have one box that is open, which I can show you. So these ones are the, what are they called? The hunting scenes. So you get different scenes. They each come with 6 of them in here. The backs are cork. So they are like new old stock. They're in great condition, never used. We have one that's open. And then you get 5 boxes, or 4, sorry. 3 that are completely sealed. This one, the plastic is coming off, but it's still sealed and not opened. And they're different. This one is English inns. So we have the hunting, we have English inns. We have sailing ships. These make great like pieces in your vignettes too. We have another hunting. And this one is 19th century London scenes. So you get 4 sealed, 1 open. Let me find where I had these on my list here. See, I should have just kept going in order, but I didn't. All right, so these are running, and those are going down. Thank you so much. And Southern Charm, those are going to you.
Thank you.
All right, what do we have going on next? Hello, it is going good. How is it going for you? We are doing a reverse auction. If you are, would you rerun? I do not rerun for this show. I will do it we'll do this, make an exception because people are just coming in. So what we are doing, normally I rerun, I take requests, I do all of that good stuff. We're trying something new with the reverse auction. We're running items. I'll run them 3 to 4 times, maybe 5 times. Oh, okay. That's totally cool. I appreciate you asking. It gives me a chance to kind of explain again for everybody who's just coming in. So we're doing a reverse auction. We start at a high amount. It's still reasonable, but we start at a higher amount and we go down. So it's the opposite. Instead of auctioning up, we auction down. At each price point, we only run for 5 seconds. You have the chance of bidding at any price point you are comfortable with. And of course, anybody else can also bid at that time. And so that's how we're doing it. We do offer free shipping. So anything you purchase is going to be shipped to you free from this show in the bin or in the auction tab. Once I run an item, I'm going to put it on the shelf and not to come back out again. However, this is our first time we're doing it. We're kind of testing this theory out here. So we're going to go ahead and rerun that vase again. We're going to just do it exactly like I did it the first time so you can see how it works. So this is a Villeroy and Boch vase. It is an antique vase. It is just absolutely a stunning, stunning piece in mint condition. It does stand 6 inches, it's just slightly under 6 inches tall. And we'll go ahead and give that a run. And if I type the letters right, we can give it a run. And you can see how that works. And there you go. It is up and running. It is a beautiful piece, isn't it? I love it. It is one of those super unique pieces. And thank you, Beck Cheryl. So I'm thinking Becky Cheryl or Cheryl. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's going to you. Congratulations. It is a nice pickup. So, so far I'm liking this. The goal is to kind of test this out, judge how it is today, see what improvements we need to make this better experience for both me and you as buyers, and do it again next month. The goal is to get my higher end items here and bring them to you at a really great price. If someone bids, does that auction end then, or others can bid it up too? So if somebody bids, then it starts working like a regular whatnot auction. Anybody can start swiping. So the only reason we go down in 5-second increments is to give you as buyers kind of some control at what price point you want to start. The fun part is you never know if one of your fellow buyers is willing to pay more than you are. So it's a fun not knowing what the other people are going to be doing. All right, we have about 6 or 7 more items, and then we're going to be done for the day. Again, this was a smaller show to test it out. The ones in the future will have a lot more items in them, but let's keep going with what we have. We still have some really fun pieces. Oh, these are my shirts. So I create these. This one says My Vibe is Vintage. You can purchase these shirts. I have a whole bunch of different types of designs on my website at zoe'streasures.com. My husband will throw that on the screen for you. Thank you so much. Yep, they can be purchased on my website. It is fun to experiment, isn't it? I love doing new things. Let's see. Because when someone bids, it ended pretty quickly. So it's only 5 seconds. So the auctions only run for 5 seconds. If somebody else bids within that 5 seconds, it will extend it for 2 more seconds, is how I have it set. So, and then if somebody bids within those 2 seconds, it'll add another 2. So that's kind of how it's going. It's just 5-second auctions. If I ran them for any longer and kept going down in price, people would get bored just sitting there. So 5 seconds keeps it about right. All right, we have another gorgeous amber piece here. This is actually from my personal collection. And this looks gorgeous with Christmas ornaments in it. That's how I used it last Christmas. And we don't know which price is your last price. I wonder if it would if you said, well, I am not going to see, that's part of the beauty of it, is I'm not going to disclose my floor price. Because then everybody would just wait till the floor price to bid. So that's why it works for both of us. So it works on the seller side and it also works on the buyer side. You can be guaranteed I will run it a couple of times. It's not going to run just like a couple of price points at least. So, and the price points, the amount of times I run will just kind of depend on the item. All right, so we have this gorgeous amber pitcher. It has an applied handle. Needs a good scrubbing. Other than that, there is nothing wrong with it. We do have this Pontil mark down there on the bottom. This is a stunning, stunning pitcher. Like I said, I put Christmas ornaments in it, and it was so pretty. And that is going down. Thank you so much for your bid. I appreciate that. Eye for Beauty, that is heading your way. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's do these. This is some more glass here. Now this glass comes with some documentation with it. These are stunning. I actually have a few of these. So we're going to do, it's for both of these glasses. And this is, let me tell you here, West Virginia glass. Well, thank you. This is West Virginia glass. It actually still has the little West Virginia glass stickers on both of them. So the original stickers. I honestly think somebody purchased these years and years ago and stuck them in a cabinet and never used them. They have the original price tags, $40. And these are vintage. So these are at least 25 to 40 year time frame here. And they paid $40 at least 25 years ago per glass. They come with the truffle, they're truffle glasses, and they come with the original truffle recipe. So I thought those were pretty neat to have all that original documentation on there for those stickers. And so you get both of those glasses, and that is up and running. Whoever buys them has to make truffles. I agree, absolutely. If I didn't want to, like, I would try it. If I could try it and use a different dish. Thank you for looking at those. And they're very delicate kind of glass. All right, you guys, this has to be great bowls they would for dump cakes. It'd be perfect for that. They're pretty delicate though. So I probably wouldn't serve my kids dump cake in those because they'd be too rough with it. But serve somebody who can be delicate. All right, this is probably my favorite piece today. I've had this for a while, and that's why I decided to include it. It is a Bielek, so Bielek from Ireland. It is an antique bowl, hand-painted, double-handled, mint condition. It has this gorgeous edge on it, very unique. I don't know if I've ever seen an edge exactly like that. Pink on the inside is that pale, pretty, beautiful pink. And then, of course, on the bottom, it says Bielek on there. It has their stamp there on the bottom. And the handle's about 8 inches, so about 6 inches for the actual bowl. And that is up and going. Did that go? Did that run? I think maybe I didn't click the right button there. All right, start. There we go. Now it's going. Thank you so much for your bid. And Vicki, that is heading to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What do we have left here? All right. This is going away from gorgeous porcelain and glass to a little more classic. If you were in my show, when was it? Yesterday morning? Somebody asked me for these, or yesterday afternoon, and I showed them because I actually had them setting aside for this show. So these are 3 vintage and antique books. The 2 red ones are the early 1900s. I think they're like 1918. Let me give you a date here. 1922. It says 1932 here. On the inside, there is a 1922 copyright date. No, sorry, I'm reading it wrong. It is 1932. I'm just not seeing it. So these are 1932. They are called the New York Red Book. You get 2 of those. And then this third one is a congressional, I'm just dropping stuff, a congressional dictionary from 1933. And I love the look of those tabs. Look at how you can see the tabs on there. There's some notes that come in there. They were there when I bought the book. We're leaving them. But look how the tabs go. What I thought this would be great for is my primitive friends who love to decorate the different colors. These would be great Christmassy ones. So we're going to go ahead and run those books. And you do get all 3 of those. We'll kind of put it right there. And that is up and going. Thank you so much for your bid. Southern Charm, those are heading to you. And that's a heavy set. You put all 3 together, there's some weight to those 3. I do have another book, and this one's really cool. I am going to say, though, in full transparency, it has that kind of like it's been in Grandma's attic smell for a while, kind of like a little mustiness to it, but the book is too cool to pass up. So it is this big guy here. And this is an Atlas of the World. So it is called Unrivaled Atlas of the World. I can't quite read. There's another name up here, but it's pretty faded. And again, it does have a little bit of a musty smell. I'm not gonna lie there. Some separation on the spine, but this is, I want to say early 1900s. I'll give you an exact date. But we have old maps. This is an antique book. Obviously there's a lot of maps in there because it's an atlas of the world, charts and graphs. Let's get you a date on this one. Let's see if we can see the date. If I can flip to the first page here. Hold on. I don't have enough hands, y'all. 1915. So this, oh, Rand McNally. It's a Rand McNally Unrivaled Atlas of the World from 1915. Big, big book. This one measures 14 and a half by 11 and a half, but I can smell Grandma's attic. Just so you know, we're smelling Grandma's attic. I just want to make sure that everybody's cool with that. There's handwriting on the inner back cover. Let's see. Inner back cover. Back. There is. So if we can view, oh, you're viewing it from the top? So yeah, I can't quite read it. Gibraltar State Works, route number 1, Baltimore, Maryland, year of 1924. So maybe it looks like they gave it to somebody. Oh, given to my teacher, Mr. Buckingham, principal of Mechanicsville School, 1925-26 by Berkla Capel. So a neat little dedication there. And that is up and running. You live there? I live near there. Mechanicsville is only about 45 minutes from where I'm at. Where are you in PA? Finksburg, near Westminster. So you're in Maryland. Okay. My business address is in Westminster, and I go down to Westminster at least twice a week because that's where my P.O. box is. And I do a lot of auction pickups from some auction houses down there. They have some really great ones. So I'm very familiar with Westminster. Look at this. And all of our PA people, Northern MD, are coming out. Awesome. All right, let's see. We haven't done this one. All right, this is a beauty. Look at this. I don't even know if I put on here. I didn't even note on this one. All right. This is, I want to say ironstone, but we're going to caution. It came with a collection of antique ironstone that I picked up, but it is not marked ironstone. So it is a pure speculation on my part. So just totally kind of putting that out there. But look at the gorgeousness. The blue on here, I can't quite determine if that's like flow blue or not. There is some blurring of all the edges of the blue, but it is just stunning. Oh, it's a beauty. It is absolutely gorgeous. No chips or cracks. It is dirty. There's some dirt down in there. There's a mark on the bottom, but I am unable to make it out because part of it is faded. When I do like Google Lens and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure it's antique. I would bet a lot of money that it is definitely an antique piece. It is definitely a stunning piece here. Let me see if we can get this started. And that one is up and going. Let me give you a measurement too. 8 inches tall, so normal like picture height. Ridgway's Royal, maybe. I can't make it out on the bottom. I kept seeing Meissens, the name Meissens, which is I've seen that before on ironstone, but I can't make the mark out to know for sure. Thank you so much, Leslie. Leslie Gems, that is heading to you. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful piece. All right, we have 1, 2, 4 items left. We'll get them over here and ready. Okay, so this is a little more expensive, but this is a very unique, one-of-a-kind piece, collector's piece. If you want to Google Lens it, we'll hold it here for a second. These are all beadwork here that's going on. It is metal, so the frame itself is metal. It is signed Bradley on the back, which was a Art Deco artist. There was a call out. There is one bead right here in the corner. Don't know if you can see right above my finger. There's one bead that is missing that I am aware of. All the rest of the beads look to be there, but it is all individual beadwork. The artist has signed it on the back. And it is an Art Deco, highly collectible frame. And we are going to run that one. I have had this listed in my bin close to 200 for a while. The comps are definitely coming in over that, so just for informational purposes. I don't like to say, oh, it sells for this much on this site. That annoys me. But on some rarer pieces, we do try to just communicate a little bit. I just love all the beadwork. Somebody hand placed every single one of those beads on there. All right, thank you so much for looking at that one. Let's do this one. And then we have two down here I have hidden on the floor behind me because they're too big to go on my shelves. So this is another beautiful, beautiful piece of amber glass. And I actually bought this for my own collection, except that there's more of a pinky hue to the amber color. So it's not the typical amber color. So when I put it with my collection of amber glass, you can see that it has a little more of that like pink or rose colored hue to it, but it is amber glass. There is a Ponto mark down here. We have a really fun kind of curved in ruffly edge there. Mint condition, stands about 4.5 inches tall and about 5 inches total width. Well, let's go ahead and get this one running. That's going now. Thank you so much for your bids. Southern Charm, heading to you. All right. So I had one of these boxes a while ago, and this is far different than my glass, my porcelain, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous decorative box. I had one that I sold, I don't know, months ago, and I kept this one because I was going to make a vignette. And then I decided, you know, my hopes and dreams got dashed because I never have time to actually do it. But it is beautiful. I think this is an old Pier 1, if I remember correctly. No, World Market. Do you guys remember World Market? They're like a Pier 1. I don't think they're around anymore. This is all wood. Yeah, you remember. Hi, Mrs. Big Papa Pump. But we have, it's like a tree of life carving. That's what it reminds me of, is a tree of life carving all the way around it. The circle there, the tree of life type design. And on that side, on the inside, nice big wooden box. And then we have the original World Market stickers down there. I am thinking it's vintage because it's been so long since World Market closed. We're going to put it like that. And we're going to give this one a go. It's too big to see the whole thing in the camera, but we do the best we can. We'll just do the front view. This will barely, let me give you some measurements too, just in case. It barely will fit, no, it won't fit in a 14 by 12. It's a 15 long, 9 wide, and about 9 tall. Your town still has a World Market. Really? I thought they went out of business when Pier 1 went out of business. Thanks for looking at this one. Okay, you guys, this is the last item of the day. Then we're going to go find somebody to raid. But before I run this guy, and this is a beauty, let me tell you. I got to do some disclaimers here. But I do want to say, before y'all jump ship, please hang out. Let's go raid somebody after we run this one here. Thank you for trying this out with me, for testing out the reverse auction. If you guys have any tips on how, as a buyer experience, that you think a reverse auction could go better, please feel free to message me. I'm super interested in hearing it. This is a format I do like and would like to incorporate at least once a month. And I'm really eager to hear if you have any tips from your perspective. So feel free to message me. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and talk about this beauty. Antique lamp. This is in perfect condition. Now, if this is purchased, free shipping, yes, free shipping. If this is purchased, I will obviously be taking this chimney off, the light bulb. I don't even know if it works. If not, I can throw a light bulb in there for you. It is untested. We still have the cord, has the antique, or probably vintage plug. I would recommend rewiring. I have not tested it because I'm just not taking a chance on plugging something that old into my home. I'm pretty sure it has the brass bottom. Oops, pretty still one piece. I'm breaking our camera though. Pretty sure it has the brass bottom on there. I will disassemble it as much as I possibly can for safe shipping. So just know that going into it. I'm going to slowly turn this around so you can see it. Has a tiny bit of paint wear. It does not come with a shade. I probably wouldn't sell the shade anyways because those are just a nightmare in shipping. And we'll give you a height here. Up to this rim where your shade would go is 13.5 inches. To the top of the Hurricane is 22 inches. So let me go ahead and get that one going. And it is free shipping, as I Love Discounts pointed out. And thank you guys so much. I'm going to put this away where it's safe and I'm not hitting things with it anymore. I have been holding on to that piece for probably 8 months. It's been sitting in my storage. I'm like, when can I sell this? And when I was planning the show, I'm like, this is great. I'll throw it in the show. All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging out. Again, please message me any hits or tips from a buyer's perspective on how to make this process better. And we will see you next time. So I have a show tomorrow morning, random polls, 7 a.m. Hope to see a lot of you there. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. We're going to go find someone to raid. Yeah, please stick around for the raid.
Thanks for joining us.
Wander Through
Buckle
Life
up.
with Me is on, and we're going to go raid her. She is a newer seller, so let's go show her some love.
See you next time.